Our topic for tonight is find your genius. Wherever you are, no matter what you have been through, no matter what you are going through, you can journey from where you are to wherever you want to get to in life. The reason is because there is something special about you. Okay? There is something special about you. You are not ordinary. Of course, you are the creature of God. We all know that. And when God made man, he said, let us make man in our image. So you are not ordinary. I am not ordinary. Now, there's something crucial to this journey of success, and I don't want you to proceed without it. What is that? Your genius. Allow me to explain myself. You see, God did not create a world where some are rich and some are poor. God did not create a world where a few people have an unfair advantage over others. Eden was a prototype of God's design for the world. What God had in mind and what God created was a place of peace and prosperity, a place of fulfillment and productivity. Now, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say the inequality in the world that we live today, the scarcity of resources and opportunities, okay, the vices and the vicissitudes that we see in our world today, they are all man-made. And something you probably have heard me say before is this powerful statement. If a man made it, a man can fix it. This is crucial. If a man made it, a man can fix it. What I am saying is, if you find yourself stuck, or if you find yourself at a point in life, or you find yourself backed into a corner, what you have been through or what you are going through does not align with God's intention as we looked at it just now, then you need to understand that's not God's will for you. That's not the design of God for you. It is man-made. The wealth of the world, even as we speak, is more than enough for everybody living on earth to be wealthy, to be comfortable. So the scarcity, the hardship, the pain in our world is man-made. And like I said just now, if a man made it, a man can fix it. Now watch this. If all you do is fix yourself, you would have made the world a better place. And I'm saying, even if at the end of your life, you couldn't help any other person but yourself, then you would have made the world a better place. In the minimum, you will be a testament to the fact that penury, poverty, failure, scarcity is not God's intention for anybody. And like I said, if a man made it, a man can fix it. What I'm saying to you is that you are surrounded by abundance, and a portion of the wealth of the world belongs to you. Let me say that again. You are surrounded by abundance, and a portion of the wealth of the world belongs to you. Now, somebody may be wondering, how do I claim my allocation? How do I claim what belongs to me? First, you need to know it is not by entitlement. Nobody owes you. Yet, there is an allocation that belongs to you of the wealth of the world. So how do you get your allocation? You get it by trading. Just follow me closely tonight, okay? You get it by trading. You need to realize that God is the source. God is your source. Men are his resource managers. Okay? God is your source. God is the source of everything good on earth. Humans, men and women, are God's resource managers. Now, these people who are custodians of the good things of life, of the wealth of the world, okay, they are programmed to release God's resources only to people who bring value to the table. See, there are people who are holding on to what you desire. And let me say it to you this way. There's nothing that you desire that is not on earth. Okay? If it is either on earth already, or somebody is working to bring it to the earth already, okay, when it's going to come on the earth, it's going to come through somebody. But for most of us, Okay, for example, somebody is listening to me right now. What you desire is a better job. Another person wants to be happily married. Another person wants a medical breakthrough. A person wants to scale their business. Whatever it is that you desire is on earth already, and it is in the custody of a man or a woman. Now you need to realize God is your source. People are his resource managers, and people are programmed to release God's resources to whoever brings value to the table. I'm talking about the law of exchange. The law of exchange. That law simply says that to get what you want, you must give something of value in return. For the benefit of those who joined us late, this is what we are saying. Regardless of where you are right now, there is nowhere you want to get to in life that you cannot get to. There is nothing you want to achieve that you cannot achieve. But it is not by entitlement, it is by value. That's why we're talking about the law of exchange. Whatever it is you want, you must give something of value in return. But I came with good news tonight. Okay? Some beautiful good news for you. You are different by design. Okay? You are different by design. And that's what we want to unpack, okay, tonight. You are different by design. You see, to ensure that you receive your allocation, God gave you a unique combination of qualities that gives you an edge in creating value. It is not just that you are able to create value, but that when it comes to creating value, you have an edge because God crafted you intentionally with a unique combination of qualities that makes you different from every other person on the earth. That's what I call your genius. Listen to this. Genius is not just IQ. It is the unique combination of skills, passion, and perspective. This is what I'm saying. You are wired to solve certain problems in ways that nobody else can. Okay? Your genius is unique to you. Let me describe it in another way. Your genius is your zone of brilliance, where passion, strength, and value intersect. What am I saying? Your genius will distinguish you. It will make you stand out in the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, it is genius that eliminates competition and matches you with suitable opportunities. Is it not interesting at times where something you are well suited for, something you are passionate about, another person sees it and they're like, I don't even want to do it. I don't like it. Okay, for example, some people are so suited, okay, to playing football. I remember I was at an event long ago, and the MC was asking everybody in the event to talk about where they grew up, and then somewhere along the line, somebody said, Ojota. And then another person said, do people live there? I mean, if you're not familiar with Ojota, okay, the good Ojota area, especially that bus stop area, you just think Ojota is just a car park. A motor park. Okay, vehicles drop people and all of that. Probably a market area. Do people live there? And then I turned to the guy beside me who was asking the question. I said, yes, people live there. As a matter of fact, that was where Victor Osimhen grew up. Okay, he said, you don't say. I said, yes, people live at Ojota, and that was where Victor Osimhen used to live before he broke through. Okay, see, but what broke him through? Football. For a person like me, I cannot play football to save myself. If kicking the leather ball is the key to my survival on earth, bury me already. Because I am not suitable for football. I'm not suited to football. Okay, I enjoy watching football. I enjoy talking about football, but I cannot play football. And what I'm saying to you is, God in his wisdom crafted you as such that there are certain things you can do in certain ways that nobody else can. So that when it comes to creating value, there is nobody who can beat you at creating value the way you do. That's why I said your genius will distinguish you. Okay? Your genius will amplify your value to your stakeholders. I'm talking about your employers. I'm talking about your clients, your colleagues, your family and friends. Okay? Nobody does what you do the way you do it. So when it comes to doing what you do, you appear valuable to the people who need what you do, ladies and gentlemen, my message tonight is that no matter how tough life has been or may still be for you, once you unlock your genius, you open the door to creating real value and living a truly fulfilling life. And at this point, I want to share a story with you, or perhaps I want us to read it together. It is the story of Sir Frederick Henry Royce. Let's read this beautiful story together. He was born into hardship. At 4, Henry Royce was already working, scaring birds from fields to earn a few coins. By 9, he was selling newspapers after his father died. Bread and milk were a luxury. School lasted just 1 year. But something in Henry's spirit couldn't be starved. He was curious. He was stubborn. He taught himself engineering by lamplight, dreamt of machines that could change everything. At 22, he repaired a broken French car and saw not just wheels but destiny. Years later, he met Charles Rolls. Together, they didn't just make cars, they built legends. The first Rolls-Royce was born in 1904. Not just a machine, a masterpiece. Henry Royce, who had once gone barefoot to survive, became the architect of excellence. His designs weren't flashy, they were flawless. His motto, whatever is rightly done, however humble, is noble. Today, Rolls-Royce is a name whispered with reverence, but behind it stands a boy who knew cold floors, empty pockets, and endless nights of trying. He reminds us that greatness doesn't begin in comfort. It begins with grit. And this story, buttresses my message here tonight. That no matter where you're coming from, no matter what you have been through, no matter what you are going through right now, deep within you, see, this is what I'm saying. If your edge was external, then you would be at the mercy of other people. But God in his wisdom, God in his mercy and grace, saw to it that your edge was buried within you. So you had nobody's mercy. So that even though Henry Royce grew up very poor, the passion for engineering, the skill for engineering was buried deep within him. So that it was not at any man's mercy. And this is what I'm trying to let you understand. That the moment you find your genius and give expression to your genius, you open the door of possibilities. And I'm saying to you, you are not stuck. You really are not at a disadvantage. Perhaps you have not just uncovered, or you are not utilizing effectively the uniqueness that God has planted within you. Albert Einstein said something very interesting. Albert Einstein said, everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Let's read it again. Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. And I believe that is where many people live. We are busy comparing our weaknesses with other people's strengths. Let me say this to you. Everybody has strengths. Everybody has weaknesses. Therefore, those that get ahead in life don't get ahead because they don't have weaknesses, but rather because they pay more attention to their strengths, or perhaps what we want to call their genius, compared to their weaknesses. I'm telling you that there is an advantage you have. There is something about you that makes you different, that sets you apart from every other person. There is a competence buried within you that the moment you unleash it, nobody can compete with you. Nobody can beat you at being you. That is your genius. And the moment you find it and you give expression to it, there's no stopping you. There's no holding you back. All right? So as we proceed tonight, allow me to show you okay, how to discover your genius, or I want to point you in the direction of your genius. Your genius, and it's very simple. I'm going to ask you to answer 4 questions. And if you can answer these 4 questions honestly, you will put your finger on your uniqueness, on your genius. This is question number 1. What energizes you? What energizes you? By this question, I am talking about your passion. Passion. Somebody said it this way. What is it that everybody feels normal about, but when you see it, okay, when it's not being done right, it offends you, it angers you? That's a pointer to your passion. What is that thing that you enjoy doing so much that you lose sense of time? That's a pointer to your passion. The first question is what energizes you. So write down the word passion. Question number 2. What do people always thank you for? What do people always thank you for? That is the question of impact. What's that thing that when you do it, people are always grateful? It is an indication of your genius. Whatever that is, document it, put it down. So the first one is passion. The second one is impact. Question number 3. What do you do effortlessly that others struggle with? What do you do effortlessly that others struggle with? That's talking about skill. Skill. What is that thing that you do so well? It comes to you effortlessly, yet other people struggle with it. I remember so many years ago, I had the privilege of interviewing Kobam Zasukwo, live during a church service. It was a beautiful conversation. Towards the end of the conversation, he decided to, play and sing during that service. So he was led from the center of the stage to where the keyboard was. And as he touched the body of the keyboard, he mentioned exactly what model of keyboard it was. And he was like, wow, this is a fantastic keyboard. And he mentioned the name of the keyboard. And then he sat behind the keyboard and he started playing. And of course, Kobam Zasukwo, very skillful, very talented. And it was a beautiful session we had. At the end of his, session, I said to the people who were in the congregation, I said, listen, some of us, with our eyes open, cannot play the keyboard. This guy, without sight, plays better than people with sight and glasses. It is because of his genius. And this is what I'm trying to say. There's something that you do so effortlessly, yet when others do it with the whole of their might, they struggle. Whatever that thing is, the challenge with so many people is we sometimes trivialize what ours is because we look at other people who have glamorized their gift or their skill. See, but whatever your skill is what you are going to use. I'm reminded of David, how that he was going to fight a giant and all he had was what was considered a toy. You see, but by reason of use, by reason of practice, the toy had become a deadly weapon in his hand. And it's the same thing with you. Whatever that thing is that you do effortlessly, don't trivialize it. Don't joke with it because it is crucial to your genius. Of course, and the last one is very important. What have you been through? By this, I'm talking about your experience. What have you been through? You see, there is nothing that you have been through that happened just like that. Even if it was not the original plan of God. Even if it was something very negative. I love that verse of scripture, Romans 8:28. God will take everything and he will use it, to tell your story. He will use it to work out your story. He will use it to your advantage. Let me give you an example of what I am saying. Say there are 2 people who are very gifted singers. Now, one of them has been through hardship. One of them has been through impoverishment. And over time, this guy or lady has experienced the hand, of God, the providence of God so much that the person is now at a place of advantage. When that person stands to sing and they think about how God brought them from a mighty long way, the things they escaped, the things God brought them through. You see, there is a depth to their singing. Their singing comes from a deep place of experience. And when they sing from that place, they connect with people in a way that the guy who was raised in the good side of town, sent to the best of music schools, has a fantastic voice and gets on stage and all he has is skill without experience. He will sing well, but he will not connect as deeply as a person who is singing from a place of experience. Let me give another example. If, for example, let's say somebody is a pediatrician, okay, a doctor that specializes in taking care of children, and that person has lost a child before. When people bring sick babies to the hospital, there is a way the person responds differently than the person who's never lost a child. This person can connect with parents, and before you know it, you will see people clamoring, I want to talk to this doctor. I would rather have this doctor. Every other person will be like, but we are all doctors together. How come everybody wants to see you? It is because the person's experience is helping them to connect with people, okay, in a way others cannot connect. And that's why I'm saying to you tonight, don't waste your pain. Don't waste your story. Don't waste your experience. My teaching tonight, my message tonight is, if you will combine your passion with impact, with skill and experience, you will unlock your genius. Let me say that again. Your passion, impact, skill, and experience. When you bring them together, you stand out. You are unique. You are able to connect with people in a way no other person can connect with in the area where you operate. I saw this beautiful statement by Jamal Bryant, and I want to share it with you. It's so profound. Jamal Bryant said, everything you are not makes you everything you are. I want you to pause a little bit and read that statement slowly. Everything you are not makes you everything you are. So instead of looking at what other people have and think they have an advantage over you, start looking at the things that you have that people don't have and begin to see it as your advantage over them. Let me share this powerful statement with you. People will like you because of what you have in common, but they will only pay you for what you have that they don't have. So if you are going to go very far, if you are going to be successful, you want to make sure that you are paying attention not only to the things you have in common with people, but the things that you have that other people do not have. Okay, your difference is your advantage. Your difference is your leverage. So you want to pay attention to it. And like in the words of Jamal Bryant, everything you are not makes you everything you are. So instead of seeing what you are not as a disadvantage, see everything that you are not as equipping for your uniqueness. Okay? Everything you are not is what makes you a genius. That's what we're saying. Because once you take away everything you are not, what is left is that which you are that others are not. If you will hone your skills in that space, if you will put effort in that space, you will have an unfair, believe you me, unfair advantage over other people. As I round up tonight, I want to share with you another story. Perhaps this one is more familiar with so many people who are listening to me tonight. It is the story of Joel Osteen. Some people may not know this part of his story, but let's read it together. He was not a preacher when he took over the leadership of Lakewood Church in Houston, Texas, following the death of his father. He was afraid and intimidated, and he had reasons to be. Leading a church of 6,000 people without experience is not easy. Not to mention filling the shoes of an accomplished Bible teacher and pastor, okay, that his father was, and he was without any form of seminary training. Yet, under Joel's leadership, Lakewood Church grew from 6,000 to over 40,000 worshippers in 7 years. Don't rush that. From a guy who didn't have a seminary training, he was not a pastor before day one of being asked to lead that church. Yet the church went from 6,000 to over 40,000 in 7 years. Now Lakewood is the third largest church in the United States. Watch this. Joel Osteen is a perfect example of how to stand out by embracing your genius. Look at the list of the things that he is not. He is not a Bible scholar. He is not a powerful preacher. He does not lead worship or play a musical instrument. He is not a leadership expert. I mean, these are qualities that a lot of pastors have. Yet, large crowds gather to hear him speak all the time. Why? It is because he is an encourager with a robust sense of humor. When Joel speaks, people get lifted. And this is exactly what I want you to do. Once this session is over, I want you to sit down and make 2 lists. First, a list of things that you are not. Some of these things have been gnawing at you, okay, from time to time. I want you to admit them. Okay, you know what? Let me give you an example. I'm not naturally a people person, okay? Social conversations drain me. I am aware of it. Stop fighting it, okay? There is nothing you are going to do to become excellent in an area of weakness. Your chance at success is that you become stronger where you are strong. So for me, I am not a people person like that. I don't like talking. I don't like connecting with people. Watch this. I love people. I want to help them. But social conversations drain me. That's the truth. I forget people's birthdays. I forget special days. Sometimes I even remember to bring myself to send them a message. Sometimes it's just challenging. So what do I love to do? I love to sit by myself. I love to think a lot. I love to solve problems, okay, with thoughts, and then take the solution and present it to people so that they can transform their lives, so that they can change their lives. I love to communicate. I love to lead. I love to strategize, okay? I love to make change happen. I love to help people transform their lives. So you know what I found out? There's nothing I can do about what I am not. But there's a lot I can do with what I am. So I'm asking you to make 2 lists. First is a list of the things that you are not, okay? And then make a list of the things, okay, that you are, the areas where you excel. And now decide, what am I going to do to become stronger where I am strong? Now, somebody's wondering, so what do I do about areas where I am not strong? Broker relationships. I like to describe it to people this way. Your strength creates value for you in the lives of other people. Your weaknesses create value for other people in your life. Okay? Every area where you are not strong, make sure that you make a friend with somebody who is strong where you are weak. That's what I did when I got married. My wife is a natural connector. We both love people, but she knows how to empathize more than I do. So together, we're a formidable force. I like to think, I like to strategize, I like to get things done. When I start a project, I don't give up until I finish. But sometimes in a bid to finish the project, I forget about people. But together, we love people and the project gets accomplished. And that's why you need to form, and it's not just my wife, I have other people in my life. Everybody who is playing a significant role in my life is not doing it by accident. I am always consciously staffing my weaknesses. Okay? And that's what I'm asking you to do. Consciously staff your weaknesses. Bring people into your life who are strong where you are weak and let them know. Give them the spotlight, give them the credit, give them the honor. Let them know, I depend on you in this area. Guess what? They will also reciprocate by letting you know, I depend on you in this area. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. We were not designed for competition. We were designed for collaboration. That's the truth. When you compete, you lose, and sometimes the other person lose. When we collaborate, it's a win-win situation. We all win together. Allow me to rest there for tonight. I have put in your hands the reasons why you want to uncover your genius, the reason why you want to leverage your genius, and how to find your genius. I hope that helps somebody or that inspires somebody, okay, tonight. If you have